Hello and welcome to Minor Plays Medal of Honor Allied Assault Breakthrough. This is the tug of war map, Monte Battaglia, and I want to say this is loosely based on the mission at the end of Breakthrough, but I can't really see much of a resemblance between this and the castle that was at the end, other than the fact that they were castles. So I really like this map. I played on it a fair bit on a team-based match, and I'll show you the reasons why. So I've got this loaded up as the allies. I've got this loaded as a tug of war. So the allied objective, they have to protect the entrance, keep the lift lowered, because that means that they can carry on in. Keep the radio silent, so to stop the Axis from getting the radio on. Destroy the campan, stop the V2 from launching, and then the Axis objectives are kind of essentially the opposite. So there's a few different ways of playing this level. So you have this, which is clearly one of the methods they intended because of having those boxes there. And so you could use this to jump down here, because there's routes that you can go in, or you can jump on this very conveniently placed block and then get yourself up here. And it's quite fun actually playing on a castle, because there's lots of little areas to go. So for example, from here you can see people on the very top parts, on the walkways, and the tower down below. And with some of the other maps that I've mentioned, I like it when the maps are 3D. You get to play not just in one, almost like on one dimension, like sort of looking two dimensions, seeing what's ahead of you, to the side, all of that. What I like is when it goes up and down. So this obviously is a conveniently placed tower, ladder. So, but this map in particular was one of my favourite, because you take some of the others as an example. You could, let's say, trying to think of one of the ones I didn't like so much, Bologna. So Bologna had some big open areas and wasn't really much in the way of hiding, whereas here you kind of got a big open area in the sense that you have all of this here, but you can hide around the outside, and that will be where most of the battles took place. So, and it's kind of cool having all of these different ruins, so you can hide behind here, work your way around to another part, and yeah, do that. I found this map to be quite a lot of fun, and especially some of the ways you get from one place to the other. It's not just hiding in the walkways. You can get from one place to the other quite easily with these walkways. However, that obviously does mean that the enemy can see you. So this is the Allied entrance. I don't know why I spawned slightly in. Maybe just because there's no one else on the server. So this is the Allied entrance. So you have these two sections here, both come into here. If you were to jump down there, I think you would die. So you have, obviously the Axis could overlook that and oversee it, and that can be a bit of a problem. However, there is another way in for the Allies. I'll show you that in a sec. I'm just running around. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's going to be blocked if I try to jump that. Yeah. So that's quite cool, having little towers like that. Yeah, okay, here we are. This is the... Oh wait, actually if I go... Oh no, this is the Allied entrance. Because I always thought they were kind of loosely based on the missions, and it would have been the Axis initially having to protect this, but maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, this is the lift that is lowered. If you raise it, then the rocket gets into position. So you can come up this way. Here you are. So I'm actually a bit confused. Maybe if I were to go... Okay, so this is the Axis entrance, right. that makes more sense now. You can tell it's been a while since I played this game. So if the Axes were to come here, not the Allies, they have a few different ways they can get in, and this is probably the way they want to come in. So the Allies, yes, the Allies could protect this walkway, because that's one of the methods, one of the ways to get in, but the Axes could come up here, and they either have the height advantage here, they either go on the walkways, they either go around that area there, or they work their way down here and go into the different areas. So, as I said with most maps, and this one sort of, there are 3 different routes in and in from one place to the other. So, yes, this has the two of the routes, because those 2 go to the same place. Yes, it has that, but once you're in there, you have so many different places to go. And I think that's what made this map so good, that you just didn't know what was going to happen. Rather than predicting, right, let's say take Ray Margin, you have the covered walkway, but that's pretty easy to shoot down. You have the clock tower route, like, well, there's only one place you can go, one set of boxes to hide behind. Or the house, which there are 3 different routes in there, which are usually protected. It kind of just got a bit boring. This is the sort of map that I enjoyed playing. And when I have a look at the multiplayer, hopefully I can find servers that actually have this particular map. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next part.